maybe 15 to 20 minutes, and I'd say probably more than likely about 20 minutes into the game. You could go the Battle Mage, but I doubt that's going to happen.
I like this hero against the Death Prophet specifically. It's very strong. Death Prophet's a hero that expends a large portion of her mana pool in the team fights with her ultimate and then the constant spamming of the nukes. So, you know, you just hit her a couple times and then she's at missing, you know, 800-900 mana, and then the Mana Void's going to do tremendous AoE damage inside these team fights. So I definitely like this AM pickup specifically against the Death Prophet. We'll have to see how it goes. I actually think that when you're playing this particular matchup, that Bloodstone's actually quite good on the Death Prophet. I think it's one of the only situations where getting Bloodstone is actually viable. Yeah. Well, it just doesn't do what you want Death Prophet to do, which is to, I think BKB is usually the right choice, but
yeah. We saw Heart the other day.
No.
But it actually worked out for Mag in the end, so
it did.
One of those rare occurrences,
but,
I suppose.
They were just so far. I mean, they were so far ahead in that game that it didn't really matter what items he bought.
Man, Virtus.Pro teams really love this Spirit Breaker pick, man. First Polar picks it up in 2 games in a row, and now Virtus.Pro pick it up themselves.
So I was talking to IX Mike yesterday. Obviously, probably he considers himself like the inventor of this hero in the offlane. But he was telling me how he actually thinks this is the best offlane hero right now. And that Tide is the second best. Yeah, he says what you can do with Spirit Breaker is you farm off the map, and it puts a lot of pressure on the enemy team with the charge as well as the ult. And it's kind of like a Tide, except for you have a lot more early presence. And he thinks that it provides a decent amount of mid to late game presence that Tide provides. So he's convinced that it is the best offlaner in the game right now.
You know,
and I guess the VP teams are actually kind of agreeing with them, I guess.
I don't know if I disagree with him on that. He was really good the other day when he was played by both Mag and I think it was DK Phobos in the first game. In this game, he TPs immediately toward the jungle. They absolutely have no idea this is happening. Bubble walks through. And we saw this, I think, from Denial as well. They did this where they would TP to a tower and just ward up quickly. And it was another team earlier on in the group stage that did it as well. And I like the idea coming up from Sidoi just to make sure that, number one, this camp is going to be blocked. And number two, he has some decent vision in the jungle to a certain extent. So I like the idea.
Yeah, and they actually don't think that he's coming warded because they placed this ward here, but it's too late.
Yes.
So they are going to know that they are going to know the camp's blocked, but they don't even have sentries anyways. So
yeah, it'll take them some time to. You look at Bulba and EGM; they're both poor. They don't have nearly enough money for sentries yet, so it's going to take them a bit of time. And this is going to be they will get experience coming out for this Spirit Breaker, and he'll be able to start charging across the map and being effective in terms of ganking. And we've seen how good those bashes could be. The offlane Spirit Breaker, it's a real thing, man. Get ready for it because it's coming.
Yeah, and actually a little, what do you think about a support Undying? I think the last couple times that we've seen this hero, it's been the offlane position.
Or like a dual lane offlane?
Yeah, or a dual lane offlane. I'm not too sure how it's going to fare as far as like being a pure support. Especially because it looks like VP are actually running a dual lane. This is actually really smart.
Yeah, I think... I'm not sure how I feel about it in the support role. I'd like to see him get levels, but I think as long as he gets up to a Tombstone and a couple levels, or levels in Tombstone and a level of Decay, he should be fine. They're going to decay him quickly. He'll get it back up. I think against an Ogre, Undying is not bad. You want to make sure he's not tanky, and Decay is one way to do so.
Okay, this is actually quite hysterical. They both have boots.
They're going toe-to-toe, man. I think Bulb was slightly faster.
You have a hero that can actually fight against the Ogre, really. It's probably like one of the only heroes that can actually 1v1 the Ogre.
I mean, Undying doesn't look like a melee man, but he certainly can go toe-to-toe. He has 4 decays, no, 3 decays, excuse me, and he actually is going to work. Arise had already used his overwhelming odds. There's no way they were going to get that kill. They didn't have lockdown, but Bulba is shadowing him. Bulba is literally running after Yol, and he's like, no, you are not going bottom lane.
Hasn't skilled anything, actually.
He's going to get Ignite, and he's going to throw it. The charge is coming in onto Bulba. They're going to try to make a go here.
Bulba could actually be in some trouble now.
Yeah, he is going to get bashed. He's level 2.
He's fine.
Actually, he has so much tankiness coming out. Orb of Venom up for Zidoi as well, and Bulba will back away. EGM's here to use the Shadow Waven. They are going to try to fight. Decay, was that a double Decay? I don't think so. EGM is going to get Ignited. More action. I hope I don't miss first blood elsewhere. God, please no. Bulba, another decay. Sidoi is getting low. He has no charge. Is he dead? Is this first blood? Oh. BZZ disconnects. And then the dot from Bulba. Clearly not happy with the puppy paws coming out from Virtus.Pro. Although that wasn't a pause that Virtus.Pro made. That was a pause because he disconnected. Yeah. What a start to the game, man. Jeez.
There's been a lot of battling going on, especially between this Undying and Ogre specifically. Undying actually getting the better end of these trades against Ogre, so maybe that's the plan of this hero. I was sort of questioning it as a support, but I think these supports that can fight over runes are, I mean, everyone's talked about how important it is to have supports that can contest the runes. And Undying is definitely a support that can, you know, 1v2 even in the early game with this decay spell.
If you get a double decay and you have Tombstone up and ready to go, and you're trying to go for rune contention, there's no real way anybody can fight into that. Like, there's no reason for you to contest that rune at that point, because you're just going to die if you stay around too long.
Yep.
So for now, 2 minutes into the game, it is a DC, and there have been some issues with the Dota servers, I believe, going into the game. We haven't really taken a look at other lanes yet. Koikva sitting at 9-2, currently down in the bottom lane with a stout shield. He's going to get a ring of regen, or rather a ring of health very quickly. No surprise that Koikva is topping the CS charts. Very good at CSing, even without a Quelling Blade, which isn't so unusual, but it's not the easiest hero to CS with from time to time. So.
Yeah, I mean, he sort of had a free lane. The Dazzle was helping him early against the Spirit Breaker. And it is worth noting, though, that Sidoi has been getting a lot of experience so far in this offlane. He's actually gotten, I think, all the experience possible in the offlane. If you compare it to Sing Sing, Sing Sing's almost level 2 compared to the nearly level 3 of Spirit Breaker. But he's actually just going to be feeding that experience over to Tinker after this pause.
He should die here, unless EGM misses low ground and Bulba can catch up to him. Sidoi's movement speed is not up there, though, and he has no mana to charge away. He's actually just dead. Yeah. I don't see him surviving in any way, shape, or form. Yul has no mana. He has no ignite either. Bulba will get this kill, unless EGM auto-attacks first. Who does this benefit more, EGM or Bulba, if they get the first blood? Which one is better off with the money?
I have no idea.
That's a tough question to ask.
I
think so.
Like, you probably want this Undying to get as much farm as possible. Like, unfortunately, EGM on this Dazzle is probably going to be buying all the wards and supplies, so he's going to be poor this entire game, I think.
And that's not usually EGM's playstyle either.
Yeah.
He likes to play the 4 occasionally. But Bulba might be building something like, say, a mech this game on Undying. How do you think about that for a Dirge this game?
You have mana issues when you buy mech, especially with the new one. So...
Other options, maybe
you just don't, unless you go for mana boots mech, then it's okay.
Well, what's your item choice here? I don't think Crimson Guard's very good, not that he would build that, I don't think.
Well, I think when you're a support Undying, you go for mana boots, because mana boots is not really an item that Dazzle wants to go.
Right.
So I imagine he'll probably pick up the mana boots just so that they have one on the team, and then maybe he transitions into a mech after that. I think it depends on how well he's farming. Because mech's a good item, but you don't want to pick it up too late because it loses a lot of its effectiveness.
All right. Well, while we have a second, I actually can show off this this giveaway coming out here. First of all, I'm going to show you how to get to the Steam page for Gamersbook, guys. And keep me informed, by the way, if there's an unpause. So, again, we're giving away, Gamersbook, I should say, is giving away 3 Arcanas.
They're ready.
I'm pausing. Okay.
Well they're about to.
Whew. All right, you got my back. Next time, guys, I'll show you. Don't worry. You'll see it next time.
Oh, EGM says sick.
Well, it's too late. We've lost our opportunity.
Oh,
here we go. Back into the game. First blood going to be going the way of Team Tinker. Bulba is going to just hit him with the back of the head. Kind of anticlimactic after everything we saw. And Bulba will grab a regen. Oh, my gosh. Based Ice Frog does it again. And Bulba will back off to the lane. Again, they don't have this pole camp to work with, but they did get the first blood, so that's really big for them. And Koikva is controlling this lane quite nicely. He's been denying. He's been making sure the equilibrium is in his favor. Decay goes in onto Sidoi again. Looks like Sing Sing did have to go back home. Still no points at a Liquid Fire yet. Only has Dual Breath, and he is not having a good time in that off lane.
Yeah, he really isn't. He is getting a decent amount of experience, so not too bad for him. And I'm not sure that EGM can actually 1v1 up against this Spirit Breaker right now. If he gets bashed, that's going to do a lot of damage.
Walking through the jungle is well, but he's coming nearby. Sidoi could just charge away at any point in time here, so even if they try to go on him, it's going to be a waste of mana for the most part. They don't have any disable to stop him from doing so, and I think that's kind of... They got kind of lucky with that first blood, him being so aggressive and getting caught out, because otherwise I don't think he would have died.
It's actually impossible for them to kill him, unless he plays poorly, I think. And I wouldn't even say that his first charge was him playing poorly. I think it might have just been a bit of over-aggression. Because they don't have any stuns to stop the charge. So he can actually just charge, you know, to top into a creep, or even to the Jakiro, or even mid lane, just to get away.
You don't have to complete that charge, obviously. Probably just stop in the river and maybe kill 2 birds with 1 stone and get the 4-minute rune, if you can, but... Sidoi is getting zoned out, but speaking of zoned out, Jotum has made sure that Sing Sing does not get any experience in this lane. And Sing Sing is going to be, as of right now, a glorified creep. He's going to have to find a way to get some sort of experience, and that's going to be difficult. Yol on the high ground here, looking for potential initiation onto Arise. Arise is bottle crowing currently. On the other side, Sing Sing is looking at Yol. Dual Breath goes, it does connect, but not that much damage. Fire Blast, he picks up the Invis rune. He did get the 4-minute rune, so... Bottom lane, what's the bounty for Sidoi?
And it looks like Team Tinker are doing a really good job getting this pull-through tri-pull off. And it looks like they're trying to farm up this little stack that they have over here at the big camp.
They countered that ward, man. That's actually really surprising to me. I knew where it was. Okay,
well, it's not a... The 2 common D ward spots for the Dire, for the Radiant, you put 1 on this side and then you put 1 on this side, and then it sees all the lower wards, but it won't see the ward that's just placed here. So that's why, like, very occasionally you'll see someone just, like, place the ward inside this, and then it doesn't get dewarded by 2 sentries. Because it's sort of a mind game. Because it's like, who would actually place the ward there? Like in a professional game, you know?
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of mind games when it comes down to warding. Venomous Gildas hit onto Sing Sing. There's a Plague Ward blocking, but a TP reaction coming in. BZZ taking a dual breath. Bulba's here as well, but Bulba went for Soul Rep at level 2, surprisingly enough. No Tombstone. They're going to Fire Blast him. He is kind of tanky. It's going to be tough to dive him. There's going to be the cast going in, and look at that damage from the Poison Sting. Bulba is going to die. Virtus.Pro just dived the tower easily, and well, guess what? Jotum's just going to heal him up with a nice Voodoo Restoration as well.
Yeah, I think this tower is probably going to end up falling as well with the level 3 Plague Wards from the Venomancer. And this is the power that you have when you run this safe lane Venomancer. You're going to be able to put a lot of pressure onto the safe lane.
Anti-Mage, 37 last hits currently. And that's the good thing going out. Poison Touch onto Sidoi, but nothing really happening there. He's just going to get zoned out. But the top lane, like you said, that's Tier 1 tower should take experience. Sidoi? Yeah, he's level 4 currently.
He's almost level 5.
Koikva is going to try to mana up Sidoi and do a bit of damage. He does have Mana Void currently, but Sidoi is full mana. Poison Touch, he's going to charge into EGM. He gets the kill, and he's probably going to get more. Mana Void could have come out, but it wouldn't have got the kill. Sidoi gets an easy one as EGM overestimates his ability to fight there.
You know, it's also something interesting to consider as well. When you pick something like a Spirit Breaker, people really tend to underestimate a hero that they don't play against a lot. So
that's true.
That could have just been EGM underestimating the stun and damage potential that could have come out from the charge, and Sidoi did a really good job getting that kill.
Is it bad that I'm probably going to start spamming Spirit Breaker games and ranked matchmaking sometime soon? I'm sure I'll get yelled at, but...
I think the hero is so strong in matchmaking, it's actually ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm the best to do it now, as I don't know how to play it as well. But so far, he's shown that he is worthy to be played here. If you guys didn't witness that series with Virtus.Pro, Polar, and Cloud9, I highly recommend it if you're a Space Cow fan, which I know many of you are. 48 last hits for Koikva currently. The high CS, 48 at 7 minutes in. We already talked about how good his CS was, but it just keeps getting better and better. He doesn't really miss CS, it seems like.
G doing a really good job controlling the mid lane in that range versus melee matchup, up to 40 CS against the 27 of Arise. So G doing a really good job on the mid lane on Krob. I think this is one of his better heroes as well, so not too surprising.
Yeah, he actually has a big hero pool. I like his Invoker a lot as well, but he hasn't really played it in a while. When I think of G, that's what I think of is his Invoker. But
I think most recently he's been playing a lot of Krob and Zeus.
Top rune spot. Fire Blast, Ignite onto Sing Sing. He's in some trouble. Out of mana. Liquid Fire is available. So look at all the heroes coming in. Cask is going to come through. Yul still has no mana. Cask comes in. Silence could fly up, but actually it doesn't have it. They don't even need it. There's got the Crypt Storm coming through as well. Good body blocks from Yul to finish off that kill. And Virtus.Pro get another kill going the way, 3-1.
No. And this game could actually just be a story of the offlaners. Sing really struggling in this offlane. Only level 3, where we have a level 6 already on the Spirit Breaker. I mean, he could just charge someone right now and get involved in this game with that Nether Strike coming out. And that's really scary. Yeah. He can actually just go mid onto a Rise, and they can probably pick up an easy kill with the Exorcism.
They're going to smoke first and foremost with Yul and Jadam. They're going to head towards the bottom lane. They've drawn it on the map. And
kill on AM, possibly?
This might be difficult. He does have that one nice point into Spell Shield. 3 levels in Blink, so...
I don't think they can kill him during the charge.
Boba is nearby, and he does have Tombstone. They're going to go in. Sidoi, actually, he's the target. Okay. Nether Strike going in. Koifa maybe made a mistake there. Fire Blast comes in. There's the Cask. Soul Rip going in. And nice Shadow Wave as well. Do they have Grave? No, but they're going to turn their attention towards Sidoi. And the Mana Void isn't going to come out here. Boom! They get nobody with that Mana Void, but they will get the kill eventually with a right click onto Sidoi. TP rotations. Overwhelming odds from Arise. Duel is up. They get one. Now the poison over from BZZ. Shadow Wave goes as well. BZZ, my friend, you have come into a world of hurt. You are going to die. Koifa needs one more right click, and he gets it. Double kill. Big Mana Void. Big overwhelming odds, man. And they crush that fight.
That was a huge mistake from VP. That's the absolute worst thing that you can do against an Undying, is to fight into him. You always want to make sure that you bait Undying spells and then you immediately run away, because once the Tombstone's dropped and then he starts getting decay stacks in the early to mid game, he's a complete monster. And they just fought under a level 3 Tombstone. It might have been level 2 at that point, but still, a level 2 Tombstone. The Soul Rip comes out to heal Anti-Mage. They also have the heal from the Shadow Wave on Dazzle. So I'm not too sure what the plan there was from VP. I didn't think that they could get the kill on AM. I feel like they should have known better in that situation.
I don't know if they knew that Bobo was around them. And I don't know if they knew that he had Soul Rip. I don't think he's used it yet.
Even still, I don't think... Once Quickfa aggressively blinks in, I mean, I think you have to know that he's not doing it.
Something's up, yeah. Well, they are going to go on mid, though. It looks like EGM is in some trouble. No Grave, so he is going to fall shortly. He's getting charged as well. They don't need that charge, but he's got to get to the mid lane regardless. Here comes Sidoi, charging. I'm here, guys.
A tower in the mid lane as well.
Yeah, Exorcism is going to get popped, and this push strategy coming into effect.
By no means are VP... that one mistake by VP doesn't actually mean too much in the bot lane, because once they start taking down all these towers, they already got the top tower. I expect them to use Exorcism off cooldown to take the remaining outer towers.
That's a 10.5 minute battle fury, 10 minute 40-second battle fury for Koifa, by the way.
That is extraordinarily fast.
Yeah, a couple of kills and Perfect CS will do that. But he is in some trouble. He did just buy the Battle Fury. He is going to blink away and survive for the time being. Arise comes in, and they don't want to fight this Blink Dagger duel. Maybe not the best target. Yul's rather tanky. Can they get this kill? Tombstone Decay. It's not enough, but they get the kill regardless. Cass coming in for the backside. Jadam is like, I need to TP away. Mana Void. Boom. Koifa gets the kill. Well, that is not good. Yes, Moppax. We've seen it already, my friend. 10 minutes and 40 seconds, thank you.
This is really bad, because every time they keep trying to kill the Anti-Mage, he barely survives in that last attempt. And these attempts to kill the AM that fail are really detrimental, because not only are they wasting a lot of time in, teleport scrolls, so resources as well, but they keep giving away kills as well, because they overextend just a bit.
It's a bit too much aggression coming out from Virtus.Pro. And that advantage that they had with Sidoi in the offlane seems to be kind of withering away. If we look at the graph currently, Tinker have a 1,000 net worth lead, whereas there was a 1,000 net worth lead for Virtus.Pro not too long ago. 2,000 experience lead as well. I mean, Arise has his Blink Dagger now. He gets up treads, and all of a sudden he doesn't really have an issue winning duels. In fact, he's won one already. He's got 10 duel damage to his name, so good start for this Team Tinker squad. And I feel kind of... there's a clock, I think, for Virtus.Pro, as we talk about a lot with certain hard carries, and Anti-Mage is certainly one that will take over this game very soon.
Yeah. I definitely think that now that they have this point into silence from the Death Prophet, that they'll have an easier chance, as BZZ does get dueled in the mid lane.
Oh, I just caught the tail end of that one. Venomancer getting brought down, and nice play coming out from the squad of Virtus.Pro. I don't know if they smoked for that. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think they just ran mid.
He has a blink dagger, so I'm not sure that they smoked. I wasn't paying too close attention to that.
I was looking at bottom. I was actually looking at the Battle Fury farming coming out from Koik. That's the most important thing. He has something flying out to him, I believe. No, he's just sitting at 500 gold. He just finished up his treads as well. And you look at the Virtus.Pro squad, and you're like, okay, well, how do you combat this anti-mage? I mean, G needs to get a good silence off, followed by like a level 2 exorcism. He is close to level 2. He's level 11, or level 10 rather. He's close to level 11. They're kind of under-leveled, though, man. The supports are both level 5, so no level 6s, no multicast, no Death Ward. And Spirit Breaker is now tied with Sing Sing despite having an early lead.
Now, that's actually very significant that they don't have the level 6s on both of these supports. They do finally get it onto Yol. And these level 6s on the supports, like you said, are very important. Especially the Death Ward, I would say, is the most important of the two. She actually using the drums in the mid lane, but nothing's going to come of that.
There was no tower there, but they had every single hero in that M's who finished their Battle Fury before 12 minutes are 2 or 10 and 4 rather in 6.82. I thought it would be better than that, but all right.
Yep. The silence now skilled on G, I think I said, it's very important if they want to have a chance to kill this AM.
Oh my god, Yol is getting decimated. Oh my lord.
Boy.
That is not good. Koikfa already getting a solo kill at 14 minutes of the game. You hate to see that if you're a fan of Virtus.Pro. BZZ jumps in, Sing getting charged. G's here as well with an invis. They can get a kill. This could be a nice turnaround. It looks like Sing should fall. Overwhelming odds. There's going to be the stun from Sidoi's charge. Blink duel is going to fly, and Sidoi should fall to this duel winner going to Arise, but he does get blown up by the exorcism. They are chasing G down. Death Ward, great grave onto EGM, saving his own life, but only for the time being. Will he die? One hit, yes. They will get the kill. Arise chasing. He bought back. Arise wanted G so badly and he couldn't get it done. G barely survived, maybe with about 25 HP after that last overwhelming odd hit. Ooh, boy.
So in that engagement, let's see. The Ogre died in the top lane. They get the tower mid. It was not denied, right? So they actually end up getting 2 towers for 2 kills. And it was a 2-for-1 exchange in the end, so I would say a huge win for Team Tinker, even though that fight didn't look so good for them.
Oh, the courier. Yol is not going to chase after it. He wants Koikfa. They're charging him now. Can they get this kill? Nether Strike's about to come in, and Koikfa should be dead here. Blink, can he get it off? Yes! Oh. Wow, he does go down to the Ignite, though. I thought he might have survived there, but very close. Nice kill. Great timing from Yol and from Sidoi as well.
Yep. Extremely fortunate multicast. Without that multicast on the initial Fire Blast, that would not have been a kill.
Duel BZZ mid lane. He's done. Arise is going to get the kill. And I was going to question his buyback, but he does get involved and gets another win.
Is Sing Sing going to be okay in this bottom lane?
Catching all the action now today, man. Sing Sing's going to get Yulesed up. Another Crypt Storm. 2 right clicks should do the job for G. Stick charge. He backed away a little too early. Nice play from Sing. That was a really good stick charge. I mean, I guess it had to be to save his life.
A little bit of a bait, making G think that he would get that kill, but G backing off smartly, thinking that there was probably going to be some TP support, and he was correct, so making a nice, smart, safe play. Sidoi could be in trouble in this top lane if he continues to stay. He's actually just going to run into a Rise, I believe.
Overwhelming odds. Duel's going to come out. Arise has been all over the damn map, and Sidoi's going to fall.
Wow, he's actually got 54 duel damage already. That's insane for the time in the game.
Yeah, I know.
16 minutes.
They are trying to go on mid currently. EGM silenced up. Cass is going to go in. Cryptstorm doesn't connect. The right-click will, however. Grave, not going to use it. Press the attack, popped, and they actually get the TP out from Sing Sing as well, who was ignited. So they don't lose anybody. And now it feels like Virtus.Pro, unless this Death Prophet somehow has a monstrous game and gets to level 16 very early on, they've got to find something, pretty crazy. And Roshan is certainly one of those things to do so. But
yeah, the problem I see right now is that they're just going to get outscaled by this Legion Commander and Anti-Mage. Legion Commander can just blink in, duel one of the 3 cores from Virtus.Pro. Most likely the Venomancer, I think, is the better target, just so that the Veno can't get off that ultimate, which is very important currently in the team fights, and then the AM's just going to go to work on the remaining cores from VP.
And I want to ask you about the anti-mage. This is something that I've seen a lot of, but I want to ask, what is the point of building a Vlad's after your Battle Fury? And I see it all the time. And is it for early fighting to get that extra armor, or is it maybe just so you have lifesteal? Okay.
Okay, there's like 4 reasons why you buy Vlad's, and I actually think Vlad's is the most crucial item on Anti-Mage, and it should never be skipped, actually.
Well, Sing Sing's dead. Anyways, continue. Sorry, Sing Sing died quickly, but...
It allows you infinite sustain with tread switching, so that you can constantly spam Blink off cooldown. Because of the mana regen that it grants. It gives you the ability to farm Ancients because of the lifesteal. You can farm Stacks because of the lifesteal.
Big fight mid. Graves gonna go onto a rise. He'll TP away. They did get the kill onto the Venomancer. Sidoi still caught out. EGM trying to fight. No Grave. Cryptstorm comes in for him. He's done. Bulba's getting charged up. He's gonna get the bouncy rune, but maybe not. I don't think he is. That's unfortunate. G will pick it up. Great kills coming out from Virtus.Pro. All the meanwhile, though, Koifa is in fact split pushing. Like you mentioned, tier 2 tower is glyphed up. He'll just blink into the trees more than likely. He might actually man up instead of away. That Mana Void didn't do as much work as he would have liked, and now he's going to continue to work on the tower. Blink, TP. Oh, Koifa, that is not good.
Maybe in trouble?
Well, he'll have to keep blinking away, and he should be okay, I think. They know he's around. He doesn't have TP. They know he canceled it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's just going to keep blinking.
Get out of there, Koifa. You're behind enemy lines.
Yeah, but like I was saying, so it enables you to farm stacks, and then when you're split pushing, it actually gives 5 armor, and you get the aura of the lifesteal and bonus damage to the creeps, so you actually split push tremendously faster against the towers, so... Yep, that's probably the most important aspect, is that you give the creeps, you assist the creeps in split pushing, which is where most of the damage comes from early game anyways.
That's actually makes a lot of sense. I'm surprised it's not picked up more often, but especially in this situation when the team is looking to ball up and fight, in Virtus.Pro's case, and trying to take down towers.
I actually think it's picked up in like 80% of AM games in professional play, I think.
No, that wasn't how it used to be. It always used to be, I feel like.
It didn't used to be that way, but more recently.
Yeah. It's certainly not a bad item, and for anything really. Honestly, just having the lifesteal and the bonus armor as well is good, but the added intangibles, well, pretty solid. So Virtus.Pro did take that last engagement in the mid lane. However, they are still down 1.5k in gold. That's not much when you think about it, but it feels like it should be more for Tinker.
It's the heroes, though.
Yes.
I mean, in theory, like if the Spirit Breaker somehow got extremely large, the Spirit Breaker hero is actually an insane carry in the late game if he can get farm, but it's just, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Really? He's insane. Why do you say so?
Well, he scales extremely well with his bash and his ultimate. He can actually just solo kill carries late game if he gets a lot of farm.
That's true. And you can see the stats here from Mopax. That was right on time. 9 wins and 2 losses plus 50 minutes. We're not quite there yet, guys. We got a bit of time. Just fasten your seatbelts. We might be in for a long one. We'll see. They're going to split push mid lane currently, but the bottom tier 2 is gone. And now Tinker are looking to just maybe take this tower, but there are going to be TP rotations, and they're charged again. Do they fight here? Ice Path comes in, Ignite. Arise, duels up onto BZZ. He will not be able to get his ultimate off. That's huge. He has no buyback either, and they might not be able to defend this tier 2 tower now. Exorcism is gone as well. It's done for 112 seconds. This is the right call from Tinker to make. G coming in, Dual Scepter is up, Ice Path onto Jotum as well, but where is Koifa? He can get in here and get involved. In fact, Mana Void, that's all he's there for. Pops up, and boom, they get the easy kill on the Witch Doctor. They decay to death, that poor Ogre. Oh God, he could just feel the life sucking out of him with that decay.
They have no solution to the Legion Commander. Like, usually when you play against this Legion Commander hero, you need to have one way to prevent the duel from just having the full duration and Legion Commander just wailing on them, but they really don't have anything. I mean, Veno gets dueled at the very beginning of the fight. I would say that was maybe a little bit of a overconfident TP trying to defend that tower. He just gets instantly dueled and blown up. But they really don't have the supports to deal with the Legion Commander.
He is run rampant this game. He is sitting blank Blade Mail, but the more important thing is that it's 68 dual damage at 22 minutes in. That could honestly be more, but with the way this game is going. Koifa, 22 minutes, Vlad's Battle Fury, Manta-style treads. His GPM, 727 at 22 minutes into the game. Jesus, Koifa, go easy, buddy. Yep. He's popping off onto this tier 2 tower. Jotun BZZ. Multicast going in. Here we go. They look at a pressure.
So at this point, they're pretty much going to be completely relying on this Death Prophet cooldown of the Exorcism to take fights. Not even level 16 yet. He does pick up the heart, so he's going to be quite tanky in these next engagements, but Team Tinker can fight at a much quicker pace right now than Virtus.Pro can. I think when Virtus.Pro have the Exorcism right now, they can actually still go toe-to-toe with Team Tinker, but while Exorcism is on cooldown, Team Tinker have a tremendous advantage. And with the Legion Commander duel being on a 50-second cooldown, and you compare that to the 145-second cooldown of the Exorcism, it's a significant difference in their uptime of their team fighting ability. So it's a rough time right now for if you're a Virtus.Pro player
/ fan, or if you put your rares on Virtus.Pro.
Yeah.
It's not over yet, obviously. There's still a long way to go before this game is in the books, but the way it's heading now is that it looks very, very difficult for Virtus.Pro, as you've mentioned. Rise Boba smoked up the top lane. They are going to charge. I think they're going on Quake mid. He might be able to blink. He gets pushed up to the high ground. That's actually bad. Metz is going to come out. Yeah, that fog came out. That was not good. Crypt Swarm, here comes the Rise. Dual Blade Mail is up. Tombstone is down, and this is not the time to fight. Maybe it is Death Ward. They zone them out with the bash, though. That does no damage. Oh, what a time to have a bash. Egypt caught on the wrong side of the fight, however. He does have Grave. He's going to use it and just try to TP out, but there's the Yule Scepter. On the other side of the fight, they do blow up a hero. Quakefoot does get Sadoy. On the other side, Bulba's going to go down to G as the Crypt Swarm and obviously the Exorcism are going to work. And 3 dead, and Tinker. We were just talking about how they were having a good time, and maybe not so much now.
Yeah. Well, I said that, while Exorcism is up and they have it available, VP can still team fight against Team Tinker, and probably they have a slight advantage, I would say, still, but now, when all the heroes respawn on the side of Team Tinker, I think they can just go fight VP or even push, but at the same time, there's actually nothing left to push, so I think we're just going to be seeing a farming period now from Team Tinker where they try to just farm up the Anti-Mage 1, maybe 2 more items, get him to that 6-slot status or even 5-slot, and then they can start taking these team fights while Exorcism is up. So
with Exorcism being down, though, what do? You kind of have to just play defensively and hope they don't push in. And by the way, he did go for that heart. I'm not sure if you mentioned this already. Down bottom, Sing's hitting bash. TP, bash, bash. Wow. No bash luck for Sadoy, huh?
Well, I guess pseudo-random distribution is good and bad at the same time. Because
we talked about this yesterday.
Spirit Breaker bash is the only bash that's not actually pseudo-random distribution. It is completely random.
Quakefoot, by the way, picked up the heart. What do you think about this decision and instead of something like a bash or an?
No, I definitely like the decision in this game. Usually, I actually don't favor the heart on Anti-Mage. I think there's other better options. I actually like more aggressive builds like Abyssal or even Butterfly sometimes. But in this particular game, I think heart is the correct decision. As long as he can survive the initial because what's going to happen if he gets caught out, he's going to get charged and then Spirit Breaker ulted and then maybe even multicasted. If he's able to survive all of that, then
wow, that is a lot of damage on Yule. Death Ward's going to come in for John and Casualty. The cask is bouncing through. It's doing some damage, but not enough. Now it's on the illusion, so Rise is going to get caught. Press the attack. Great Grave coming out from EGM. Keeps him alive. TP, that probably shouldn't work. And Sorp, he dies in the fountain. He goes down in the fountain. There's just too much damage coming out, especially from the Venomancer as well. That's not a bad trade for Virtus.Pro. Quakefoot is the 8th most farmed AM ever at 25 minutes. Well, it's pretty good.
Pretty good indeed.
Okay, well, actually, BZD does pick up the Aghanim Scepter.
Is getting charged in the bottom lane. He could be in some trouble if he doesn't get this Yules off.
He's going to get the Yules off. Sadoy! Yes! Beautiful timing. Still silenced. Blinks away. But there's the Yules. But here comes Quakefoot. He's got the Manta Style. G does not have mana for Exorcism anymore. Mana Void, Ice Path. Quakefoot is going to go to work, and G is done. Quakefoot there to save the day as Sing Sing got caught out. Blink, charge, Sadoy gets out just barely. He says, I'm out of here.
That is the only hero in the game that could survive from such things. It is kind of silly how charge works because it actually stuns everyone when you try to, either blink on top of him or even attack him. Pretty silly.
They're going for base, man. It's 27 minutes in, and Team Tinker, they want to be able to take this tier 3 tower.
Nope, there's a buyback available on G, but I think if you spend buyback at this point with the lineup that Virtus.Pro have, you're basically surrendering defeat.
I mean, they're going to lose a set of racks if they're not careful, though. Charge from Sedoy, it's going in. They did get bashed up. Ice Path, Yol is actually dead. Tombstone, there's the Exorcism. Now you have to leave, I think, if you're Tinker, because there is also the Ags Veno up coming off cooldown in 27 seconds. I guess that is a long time, but regardless...
How do they kill Koikfa? He's just too tanky. 2,500 life, 20 armor.
Only 1 point spell shield,
do that much. Yeah, but I mean, they don't have that much magical damage right now.
Veno does kind of hurt, but not as much as maybe it should for Koikfa. Like you said, Koikfa is rather tanky, and they do lose EGM on the backside of that, but they take the tier 3 tower, they put some pressure on the melee and range racks. Obviously, the melee will regen up, the range racks will only have a bit of a tick of damage on it, so blink up. Koikfa is trying to man fight here. He's got to kill a couple of these wards, so blink further again. Maybe he is going in. He wants these kills. And Venomous Gale's going to fly out. EGM is going to maybe just try to push him back. And without Exorcism, yeah, it's time to go if you're Team Tanker. You have everybody here with the exception of EGM, who's walking very quickly. Jump in. He's going to try to fight. Fire Blast goes in. Press the attack goes as well. Ice Path, just the tip on the Jottam. Koikfa, now Manta Styles. This melee racks is his. He wants some goddamn money. He's going to get it. Glyph's going to go blink forward, and he gets the kill on the Jottam. Ice Path connecting. Big macro power onto G. Eul Scepter, Arise looking for a duel here, but he does get multicasted. They will grab another kill on the back end. AM is diving the base. BZZ gets dueled up, and he is going to fall as well. Early grave up onto Arise. That'll keep him up and fighting, but Team Tinker are overrunning Virtus.Pro right now. Arise will fall, so will Sing Sing, but now Koikfa is going to go toe-to-toe with G. Mana Void not there, so he actually does have to blink away. And he actually picks up the Eagle Song as well as he walked through the secret shop a couple of moments ago. Everything now going Team Tinker's way.
Yeah. They can't kill Anti-Mage anymore, so I'm not exactly sure what they can even do at this point. I mean, you just see Tinker have no fear anymore. The Anti-Mage just sits there, he right-clicks the buildings. They can't kill him. They could actually use every spell on him, and he still wouldn't die. And then he can just Manta at any time and blink away after they silence him, so...
So what you're saying is that this AM is just unkillable?
Yeah, AM is unkillable right now. And then once he gets the Butterfly as well... I mean, he's already up to 25 armor. So Exorcism is just doing no damage to him.
Koikfa has been a monster this game. It feels like this is what Team Tinker were missing the past couple of weeks, and with him now at the front, it's looking very solid. And they've got some... Rise has played absolutely beautifully as well. 96 duel damage. The duel damage is not an indication of how well he's played this game. I think the early duels have done a lot of work. Koikfa's going to still continue onwards. They do now have the multicast ×2 coming out from the Ogre Magi. The Aghanim Scepter is up. Charge coming in. Sedoy wants to fight this. There's the Tombstone coming in. Blink away. Koikfa going on to G right now. They want to bring him down. Eul Scepter up in the air. Sedoy about to get dueled maybe. No, it's going to be on to G, but there's the Death Ward. They will get G. Mana Void comes in. Arise is very low, but he does stay alive for the time being. No, he falls to the last tick of that Death Ward from that pesky Witch Doctor. Eul Scepter onto the Venomancer. EGM is the one to get the double kill. Thank you very much. I'll take that gold. Godlike for Koikfa. 4 dead for Virtus.Pro, and this looks to be the beginning of the end for this game number 1 of VP.
What a tombstone coming up from Bulba there. I think he had like 7 zombies on some of these heroes from VP. This nicely, it was up here on this cliff next to Roshan's. And they were just being completely slowed. And anytime... VP's, their only damage source right now is the Exorcism, and they just lost the fight at Roche with Exorcism, so... I would say this game is pretty much over.
And talking about the Undying, I actually really like it with the Anti-Mage, because you're going to hit your time at about 30 minutes like you are now with Koikfa, and that's when you're maybe not... Maybe some people have BKBs, maybe some people are good against the Undying, but Undying is pretty good from 20 to 30 minutes. That's about his best, so... I'll pop up another Tombstone, Ice Path onto Yol. They're going to jump in. Yol has literally no mana. BZZ is going to bend in the scale, and Koikfa is going to look to take the racks, but there's going to be another strike out of Sing Sing. Look at that damage. Sedoy is dead first. BZZ is going to be dead second. And Koikfa's not done yet. He wants Yol. Boom. Just mana voids him easily right in the face. How are you? And Jottam's going to get taken down with a couple of right clicks. Koikfa has the ultra kill. Is he going to get the rampage? The Eul Scepter. Can Koikfa get it? Yes, Rampage from Koifa. GG is called. That'll be your first game of a best-of-3 series going to Tinker handedly at 32 minutes in. It's quite the start coming out from both of these squads, but specifically Team Tinker.
Yeah, really nice from Tinker. They just played a solid game. I think VP, you know, they got a little too overconfident and over-aggressive in the early game, trying to gank the AM a bit too early.